third house of the natal chart. Okay, so you are somebody who is a lover of kind of information and communication, and you probably have a wonderful way with words. And people find you quite interesting and quite charming, and you like to share lively conversation with others. You probably have an ability to find the right words in the moment. Perhaps you have quite a colourful and beautiful way with language. This can make you very talented with languages, because this is the house of communication and the house of information and learning. So chances are you like to learn a lot about a lot of different subjects. You're probably quite knowledgeable and quite cultured as well. You probably have a refined style of communication and refined knowledge of the world, you know, quite a cultured individual and somebody who others like to be around. You can really bring a liveliness to any social situation. This makes you very curious, wanting to learn about other people. This house also rules neighbours and our communities, so it could be really important for you to live in a really beautiful neighbourhood, in an agreeable neighbourhood, and be a part of the community. And you probably find that you value community, and you feel a sense of value, and you feel better about yourself when you're an active participant in a community. Relationships can spring up through neighbours, and that's a possibility that can happen. And this house also rules short distance travel, so it's great for you if you can get out and about. And I mean, we're not talking long trips away here, even though that might be something you quite enjoy. But for you, what really helps is a change of scene every now and then. So whether it's driving 2 hours down the road to go to the beach, or go for walks in places, it's important for you to have that change of scene, and that's something that you like, and it just shakes things up a little bit for you. This house is naturally ruled by the sign of Gemini, so you know this rules siblings as well. So Venus here, it's very dependent upon how it's aspected, because I mean, for instance, if you've got a very afflicted Venus, this can actually give you some blocks with your communication that you might have to overcome. And so with siblings, this could be, you could either be blessed with an abundance of siblings, because Venus is abundance, you know, along with Jupiter, but Venus is quite an abundant planet. So you could have a lot of siblings, or you could have some really beautiful, lovely relationships with siblings. Siblings could maybe help you in your career. They might be like good luck for you. At the same time, if your Venus is afflicted, there can also be sibling rivalry. There could be challenges with siblings as well. So it really just depends on the placement of your Venus, what's aspecting it and how. Like I said, this makes you somebody who is a communicator, and that might be how you flirt. You're likely to be quite flirtatious in your style of communication, not necessarily meaning to, but it's just, you're so friendly and charming that it's very easy for you to flirt and charm people and win people over with your words. The flip side of this is that sometimes, without realizing it, you might flatter for the sake of it. There can be an issue here with saying what you mean and meaning what you say, or sticking to what you say, because words come so easily that sometimes, you know, you just say what feels right in the moment, and then maybe the next day you don't really feel the same way, so you don't stick to what you said you would. So just watch out for that placement there. As far as attraction and lovers are concerned, chances are you are attracted to people who, like you, have a broad sense of knowledge, people who are good communicators, who are refined communicators, and who can talk about the relationship. You probably really value communication in relationships, so you'll look for a partner who is able to communicate openly and honestly with you, and probably for a partner who's quite light in terms of their social expression. And what I mean by this is, you know, somebody who's not overly serious in social situations or overly guarded. You probably want to be with somebody who, like you, is chatty and can work the room to a certain extent. You are naturally diplomatic, and you're a natural mediator and peacemaker. So you could find yourself being drawn to professions where you mediate, you know, something like couples counseling, something like that, that could suit you. You're also somebody who is gifted when it comes to the arts, and as I mentioned before, with language, so writing, painting, singing, all these things are something that you could be really good at. Public speaking is another one. I'm somebody who has a lot of planets in my third house. I've also got Venus in the third house, so it's really of no surprise that, you know, I'm here talking to you on YouTube. You know, I can talk till the cows come home when it's about something that I'm interested in. So that's, you can see through me how this placement can work. It's someone who likes to speak, who likes to share their knowledge, and who likes to do it from a good-hearted place, you know, from a place of wanting to bring harmony and understanding. So that's an example of how Venus can play out there. But chances are, you know, especially if you've got more than one planet in this house, say if you've got Jupiter or your Sun, you probably have quite a gift within the arts, and you're probably quite a creative person. Sometimes with Venus here, it can be almost like it can be a scattering of your talents and a scattering of your passions. Maybe because you are so good at so many different things. This is something that I've struggled with personally, because I paint, I make jewelry, I write, I sing, I do a lot of things, and sometimes it can be a case of having to just narrow things down so you're focusing on one or two things that you're passionate about, rather than spreading your energies too thinly. What else is there? Something I would like to say as well is that, so just to kind of give you further insight into this placement, so with Venus in the third house, how you communicate and the things you're interested in communicating about will be coloured by the sign. So for instance, say you have Venus in the third, and it's the sign that rules your third house is Scorpio. This still makes you somebody who is a communicator and a sharer of knowledge, but you'll probably be interested in getting to the depths of things. You'll probably be quite perceptive in your communication with others, at reading between the lines and reading the subtext of what people mean, and you know, really seeing behind what they're saying. If you've got something like, shall we say, Libra ruling your third house, this will make you somebody who's even more of a diplomat, even more charming. You can really tell on the charm. There could be a tendency to want to meddle in people's relationships a little bit too much. That would be something to watch out for. So you see, it gets coloured by the sign, but ultimately you are somebody, whether reflected or not, who does value communication and information and sharing it. And if you have got quite an afflicted Venus here, something to work on would be your knowing and understanding that you have just as much right to share what you want to share, and to speak your own truth as everybody else has. So working on healing the throat chakra, that would be really great use of this energy.